thank you for seeing us through the first session, and you continue to be with us. Thank you for your faithfulness, and we ask for your wisdom so that this meeting will be one that we can testify that your presence was here to ensure that we have a fruitful deliberation. To this end, we say thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you very much, our Honorable Second Vice President. This session will be chaired by the President of the Chamber, Nana Duncan Osu. Nana Dr. Apjeje Duncan Osu. The first. So I humbly hand the meeting over to the chairperson.
Once again, we welcome you warmly to the B part of today's program. As usual, the business session is where we are going to look at the financial reports and financial statements. And we'll look at appointments of auditors, and to also consider motions and discuss as well. Then we also have the, we need to authorize the national officers to fix auditors' fees. And if there are any other business in terms of the progress of the chamber, we'll look at that. We will not spend so much time, so anybody who will be given the opportunity should go straight to the point. And discussions will not end here. If there are any pieces of advice or whatever, you can write and then send it to any of the regional chairmen. It will get to us or come to me directly. This is about the best we want to do. So don't just say that you want to keep whatever. Please, let's all see how best we can harmonize, do business among ourselves, lead the private sector, and also compel governments to do its best, all in the interest of our nation. So without much ado, we'll look at the review and acceptance of the minutes. But before that, I want a member in good standing to move for the acceptance of the agenda as we propose here. Yes, Alaji. Okay. Alaji, Isaac Barry, chairman of TEMA, has moved for the acceptance of the agenda that we have proposed. Any seconder? Okay. Yes, sir.
George Smith, Vice Chairman.
Okay. Members, we want to say that when we move to the second part, which is the B part and the business part, we normally go with the delegates. And so these are the delegates, I think so, right? The delegates who have been selected from their various branches and regions to help us take the decisions for us. So the first item, once it is moved and accepted or seconded, it means that we are going for the review and acceptance of the minutes. Those things that we were able to write about a year ago. Let's see, is that all that was written down? If there are any omissions, additions, and whatever, let's look at them. And I think we have given it to you already. And so let's see. On page 1? Page 1. Any correction? Page 2. for sake of time, we need to finish and go for lunch. Page 1, page 2, any correction? Page 3, never mind, it's a formality. So as we go along, if you identify something on page 1, you can draw the secretariat. You can draw the secretariat's attention and we will still recognize it. Page 3, page 4. We have page 5 and then the attachment. So a member should move that these are the things that were discussed last year, and the secretary has presented it as it is. Yes, sir. Mr. Alaji. Okay, so moved by Alaji Isaac Barry, seconded by
the MOU that we have signed with various chambers, countries, and organizations, the reader chambers, which we sent early this year. The Finance House, that's a reported of an establishment of a finance house. We had a challenge with the license because of the current crisis that we are having in the financial sector. So the Bank of Ghana has placed an embargo on the issuance of license for a new finance house. We have converted the idea into a credit union, which the President reported in his earlier speech. The funding for the Chamber Office project, we've had discussion with a number of banks, i.e. DCB Bank, Zenith Bank, SG Bank, and EcoBank. They are ready to support. But we're also looking at the Chamber starting the project and then getting people to come and put in their funds. So we've made some savings from the activities of the Chamber, of which the President will report. That's what we are going to do basically to start when the drawings are done. And then we can get in touch with the banks for their support. It will also be announced by the President. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. CEO. So, on matters arising, these are the areas that we have been able to report. So, any question?
Yes. The President's year should be held in July every year. So, I recall that last year this subject came up very strongly. For which reason this decision was made. The main reason assigned for it not being happening in July was that auditors need time to be able to prepare the auditor's report. But the auditors advised that if they are able to receive information by end of April, they will be able to get the report by July. Now here we are, July has passed, we're in September. In September, and we're now having the 8th year. I'm just concerned that, to the extent that an 8th year will make such a major decision, which is actually codified in this report, that indeed every July this should happen. And we're still in September and we're not having it. I'm just concerned about future decisions and how we'll be taken seriously. So we cannot stick to our own dates in our meeting.
Thank God that we are able to do it at this time. Seriously, we wanted to, it was a suggestion that came from the floor. And we always want to heed to the pieces of advice that come from the floor. As we sit here, if I get if we get the opportunity, we'll even rule that we take it to October every year, or even beyond. The problem has been that, yes, as you said, the statements and the preparation of the accounts was done on time, and we called the auditors. Mr. Ote, where are you? Come and respond. So take the mic and respond. So seriously, it is not the making of any of us to push it to this level, but we even thank God that this time around it has been very, very consistent. Hitherto, it was quite difficult to even hold the AGMs within the year. But I think I share with you that we need to be a bit consistent. But it was not all that easy for us to even have it today. But we thank God that we are having it today. So we want to report that you pardon us for not being able to do that, but it's not intentional. I want the finance, it's your, so it's him, not you, sort of.
The auditors have their priorities. They have their premium companies, which they audit. And if we wanted it earlier, it meant we had to pay higher rates. And where we can make cuts, we try to make cuts. But we were looking up to July. Unfortunately, by the time they finished with their premium companies and got to us, time had elapsed. And this is the reason why we are here today. So that is the reason. We finished our accounts by April. By April, our accounts were ready. February, yes. Our accounts were ready. But the auditors were very busy elsewhere and couldn't attend to us in good time.
In addition to that, Mr. Kofa is here and Chaba is also around. You have been president before. You cannot hold the AGM of the chamber without consulting the Ministry of Trade and then the Parliamentary Select Committee. The chamber is not like any other association. Some people think that the chamber is like maybe the Ghana Bar Association or any other association. No. Because of the LI, you cannot do certain, and I don't want to do things to show that I'm doing it as my own company. You know, if my own company, I can decide to hold AGM at any given time. But we need to consult all these before. And so, even when today, it was a bit a challenge, but we said, even if they are not around, they should give us deputies, and we hold it. The Parliamentary Select Committee wanted to say that they are in recess, you know, and even today they couldn't, you know, make it. And yesterday, I think they met in the evening, wanted to do whatever. So, at their last meeting, at the National Executive, National Officers meeting, we're even trying to look at some other time where things will be quite, you know, because you advise us, sometimes you don't know some of the things that happen behind the scenes. And if we let you know, so maybe you consider that and support the some of the things that we are doing, not to the advantage of any of us, but to do it and do it well. Today, at least, we have 3 ministers here, and it is a very good, you know, and so that is maybe why we couldn't do it on that time. In addition, I'll tell you, the, what do you call it? There were other programs. For example, in July, that continental free trade thing that the president wanted to do, you know, took prime, what do you call it, attention of some of the issues. And so, in trying to explain, that is all that we can say for now. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Give him the mic.
Thank you for the explanations.
Give him the mic, please.
The mic? The mics are not working.
Please, they are coming to check the mic. So if you please
Amplify.
voice out.
You have the chest voice.
Mr. President, the significance of this particular matter cannot be bypassed. The truth is, elections were held in July. The AGM is the constitutional provision. What it means is that if you were elected today, they have a 2-year term. In 2 years in July, your tenure ceases to end. And so, the day after, there will be a constitutional crisis. And the chamber is an establishment of an act of parliament. And so, we should be the proposing, adhering to good governance, etc. So, my suggestion is, if the July is not practical, we should probably look at it and make amendments, and then change the constitution for that matter. Otherwise, giving excuses for not being able to have AGM will not be acceptable in such an organization which is governed by rules and also by an act of parliament. And so, Mr. President, I really want to encourage you to consider the end of it if that pleases you. So that
Not me. Not me per se.
so that because next July, really we need to have the AGM where the
Don't worry. Mr. Kufa, can you help me out? You already have been in the chamber. Because some of these things, so far as the year is not ended. But Mr. Kufa, help us.
Well, it's not too bad. Because when you made a promise last July, you did not foresee that the auditors were not receiving the auditor accounts. So the delay for 2 months after July, I don't think it's comparative. If that been 1 year after July, then I think there's a confidence. I think 2 months after the delay process. Although we must make sure that in future we work very hard to make sure that we do it at the appointed time. I think that the transition is acceptable. As we said, the annual general meeting is not only for members, but you have external interest. The ministers have to come. I remember, for example, we wanted the president to do something for us. We went to him and said, well, the time that you appointed is good, but I wouldn't have time. I'll give 2 months, I'll be able to come. After, and when the 2 months came, he then postponed it again. Then we should give another 1 month. You cannot say no. So I think that my brother is right to point it out. And I think that the explanation you have given is some sort. But the secretary must make sure that we work very hard. One point I want to make is that the auditors have to help us. Because for many, many years, they have been using this excuse that we are small fries. We have been using these auditors for many, many years. If you think that we are not important for you, then let's go and get somebody else.
Chairman, I think, Mr. Chairman, the auditors, we have not yet reached the financials. So the issue about the auditors, I think we need to relax it. When we get to the financials, then we just bubble all together and then give it to them. I think that will help. Well, now we are dealing with no financial issues.
Don't worry, it's a matter of choice.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, mine has to do with item 2 when the matters arise on the review. This matters arising is coming up from last year. And this year too has come. I don't see any timelines about the constitution. Whatever we are talking about, that AGM is supposed to be July.
So the issue so that everybody will be with you.
What I'm saying is that there's no timeline. Timeline, like let's say first quarter, maybe the next quarter or quarter 2 or quarter 3, by which until point two for the matters arising.
Excuse me, did you listen to my speech?
I listen to you carefully.
So why do you say that there's no timeline? You said in my speech, I said
Yes.
that by the end of 20, what did I say? One of them is that by the end of 2020, we should
be able to let all branches have the adjusted one, and then 2019, and then by April next year we should be able to have an EGM, that is emergency annual general meeting, and that is when we are going to look at the constitution, the revision. Mind you see, please, can you sit down? Thank you for bringing my attention to that. The issue here is that the airline specifies some of the things that we can do and things we cannot do. And so even all these things that we are doing, after compilation, we have to send it to the Parliamentary Select Committee. It's not as easy as one may think, but we have to give that timeline so that by that time, we might have gone through all these processes and then come to EGM and approve. So the timelines have been given.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
I'm not satisfied, please.
Yes, sir.
And will soon be separated. That is different from your speech you gave. So if that's...
It's not.
Yes, that is different. So if that's the case, then that one should have been captured here. That by 2019, or should be specific. But I'm looking at the contradiction between your speech and this one. That is why I'm actually making the particular statement.
Please, I beg you. I beg you. This was done before my speech was written. And so I'm telling you the update. Okay? This is the minutes of the previous EGM. Okay? And I'm telling you today that there will be a decision. We held a meeting, the National Officers meeting last week, was Monday, and we took a decision. And that's what I put it in my report.
I take it to good faith.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm Edward Yarfriye. I'm the treasurer for Kumasi Chamber of Commerce. I need some welcoming. Thank you very much. Please, I have. Thank you.
Okay, before you do that, the second one, I will encourage the CEO to give us the list of regional chambers who are here before we continue. I beg you, please. If it's an oversight, forgive me. But let us all be on our feet to observe a minute of silence. Council member and treasurer of Accra, before she died, she was at post as the council member and treasurer of Accra, the person of late Mrs. Gladys A.C. Anim. She died about 2 months ago. It's in October. But once we have met as a group, as an association, we need to recognize this as a sign of respect. So, a minute of silence. Of our dear treasurer and council member, late Mrs. Gladys Anim Ayisi, rest in perfect peace. Amen. Amen.
The vice and the
So introduce yourself, please. Go, please. Introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Nana Ejibi Watson.
And your company's name?
My company name is Captain Company Limited and also CCT Group Limited. Position. Oh, I thought. Well, I'm the chairman of Secretary Agri.
So he's the new
chairman who was elected about a month, not even up to a month. So you are welcome, sir. Thank you. Okay, madam.
I'm Dr. Mrs. Emilia, CEO of People Travel and Tours. I'm the vice chair. Thank you.
He was also elected on the same day, and they were sworn in by my good self. And our brother.
Hello, my name is Marvin Brady. I'm the MD of Genius Africa and the new treasurer for Greater Accra.
Never mind. So it's Accra. Tema is part of Greater Accra region. Accra is Accra. So, shall we welcome those from Cape Coast? Cape Coast. Yeah. Yes, sir.
My name is Dr. Fiko of DK Company.
Shall we come back to my end? Shall we start together?
My name is George Ben Smith. I'm the Vice Chairman for Cape Coast Chamber of Commerce, and my company name is Smithrex Limited.
Where is your treasurer? She's around. Okay, as soon as she comes to this side. Let's go to Kumasi.
My name is Stephen Echampo. I am a director of Jabura Bank, owner of Global Community Model School, and the author of Archie series. I am the chairman of Kumasi Chamber.
My name is Abbas Kabnabuache. My company name is Ben City Enterprise. I'm the vice chairman of Kumasi.
I'm the regional treasurer. Company name is Maito Makalabo. Thank you.
From there you go to work.
My name is Idris Salford. My company name is Salford Enterprise, Vice Chairman.
So while the vice is not here, the treasurer is
Yes.
here. But the secretary is here.
Yes.
So can you stand up and bring back?
Yes, I'm Janmara Bantabatana, the World Regional Executive Secretary.
If you don't want trouble to pronounce his name, call him Jeremiah.
Another one is
You know the meaning of Punta.
It took me 1 year to learn.
Okay, from there we go to Tema, sorry.
Interested in them. They say,
but it's the same thing.
My name is already I'm Barry.
You don't have any compound here.
That's my compound.
What's your name?
Everybody, Barry.
He's Isaac Alaji Isaac Barry. Your company's name?
Yeah, it's manufacturing.
Oh, the person there, Master, did you hear him?
Yes.
No.
My mom cannot do what
Alaji, you don't do that to your own son.
How old are you? I'm born to deliver him up to this guy. Look at this. Now he has a 32. It's all. My own are going off.
Never mind.
So you have your voice code at home.
Never mind. Okay, Alaji is the chairman of Tema and my own brother.
Senior prefect.
we are going for that election today.
I'm Cosmos Bonzi, Vice Chairman of Tema Region, Consultant and General Manager for Super Chicken.
He has been very supportive for the establishment of the credit union, and I think I appreciate him as well. The treasurer, I saw her around.
My name is Jippo Kwama. I'm an employee of the bank and I'm the treasurer.
Unilever has been very supportive. The MD came to my office the other time, and in fact, this year they are going to support us very, very well. So, madam, we are trying to give them a gentle reminder for us. All right, so, Takrady, we have not yet, okay, Takra. There are 3 T's. Tema, Takra, and Takrady.
I am Alexander Biwom, CEO, Gela Electronics. I'm the chairman of TAPA.
James Okike, CEO of the Gary.
Please come forward.
My name is James Okike, CEO of Gagarin Designs. I'm the vice chair.
Yeah. Okay, so Takrady, we have Takrady, the old executive. They are here. They are going to have their elections before the end of this month. But the executives are here. And I'm hearing that they will start on the coach. So, Mr. Abbas, let's see you and your team.
My name is Abbas Nizam. I'm the chairman of Takrady, Secretary Takrady Chamber of Commerce. I'll take the opportunity to excuse my vice. He's on campus at Cape Coast University, so he couldn't come.
So your company's name?
My company's name is Hoffman Investments. We are a real estate and construction company based in Takrady. Thank you.
My name is Alice Amadako. I'm the regional treasurer of Takrady, and my company is Civil Consult.
It's also doing very well for the ladies, the private sector, you are the new executives, and we hope that you bring your experiences to bear to support the cause and development and progress of Ghana. Thank you. Shall we proceed? Matt.
What my brother is saying in regards to the timing for the AGM is very important. I think it coincides with the review of the rules of the Constitution, so that if we can't rely on KPMG, we would have to take a teaching year as AGM members and probably take a new date, because constitutionally somebody will take us on the not too distant future. And I think we have to be allowed.
It's not in the Constitution. It's a convention. And we hold it within the year. And that's why Mr. Kofa was saying that if you want to go outside the year, we are still within. Okay? So it should be held within the year. Okay? And I still support him saying that if it is not the best for us, we should come out with maybe a new range of periods so that we hold it within that time, especially in the election year, so that we don't go beyond the expected time. So I think we are good.
And lastly, on the issue of the Constitution or the rules, when I read the minutes, on the rules, when I read the minutes that was provided this morning, it states that, as my colleague rightly said, that the rules will be reviewed and soon be given out. So the soon is very a year. That is why I think he was a little worried that timelines are
What did you say?
But I heard you say by April next year, you submit it. So that means that it's still not definite. That means that we receive it, make our inputs, and it can even drive on to April. So it's still, there's still no specific timeline. That's why I also want to touch on that issue.
Okay. I said that by the end of this year, we should be able to let every branch have it. And then, I think Mark, you explained. Mark explained. And that will come to you and discuss. And then by April, we should be able to organize an EGM. Okay? So there's going to have, we are going to have an EGM to look at this, you know. So emergency or extraordinary general meeting will look at only one item, and I think that would be prudent for us to discuss, you know, extensively on something that is going to take us for another 10 or whatever. Thank you. Any other, sir? Okay. So if you are, yes, sir.
I see that on the minute 12:1:1, it talks about 2017, the report, activity report. But you haven't AGM for 2018, right?
No. This AGM is 2018. AGMs are held to look at retrospective a year, discuss matters that happened. And so we are in 2019, we can only look at 2017, 2018. But that one was for 2017. Next year, also we'll be looking at 2019.
It's my substantive issue. Has to do also to support the
okay, what do you remember?
The rule.
Okay.
The CEO was mentioned that when it is distributed to the various regions, a team will come from Accra to interact. I suggest that that interaction is done within the regions without bringing somebody from Accra into two considerations. In terms of cost of the person going around the nation, and also to also have the regional input or the intelligence. We shouldn't feel like those in the regions cannot do it. So in terms of cost,
far from that. Please don't bring those things. So far from that. The issue is that we are working within time. And we don't want a situation whereby Accra will finish theirs, Tema will finish, and maybe we'll be left with maybe Kumasi. So we'll get to you as soon as it's done, we bring it, and then it's collected within a matter of a week. Okay? So don't worry. It's not about, see, constitutional matters, rules matters are more of, the draft was even done by lawyers. You cannot just write in ordinary words in those terms. So we are not saying that you people there cannot do it. Even somebody who has not been to school can speak his mind and it can be codified and make it a rule or law. So that is not far from our assumption. So it's a matter of trying to go within time. We don't want you to go beyond the time limit we have set, please. So that is it. When it gets to you, you can discuss whatever, put them together. When they come, you also further discuss, put them there. It's a matter of, or even if you can finish it and bring it, you don't mind. You can just have it. So it doesn't,
Members, good afternoon once again. Yeah, the issue of constitution, I know is very dear to your heart. And as it is now, I will just plead with you that let us have our time to go through the constitution when it's brought back to you. If it is possible that we can give a tentative date for which we can have an EGM, fine. But even though it's late, I think that we have a constitution that we are using for now, and the amendment is key. Let us take our time and make sure that we put in everything that we need so that it can take us into the few years ahead of us. And so I will still want to really do that. Let's look at the constitution. Once we are going to give a tentative date for the UGM, let us accept it and work towards it so that we have a very good constitution that will take us for the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. First Vice, I think, back to my brother, I think I'm so, when you get opportunity for young people to also put their mind for collective, improvement of whatever we are doing. But just want to draw your attention that, Madam, can you read that side of the constitution? Even if you do it in December, we still have 3 months to go. That is the constitution. Even if for now, if we are not able to hold it today, and we do it in December, we still have 3 months to go. Okay? Because it gives us 15 months. Okay? 15 months, the whole constitution, that's what we are using now. So give us 15 months going forward.
Thank you, Madam President. I will just read it straight from the book, okay? And that's from our 26th general meeting. It says 1A, there shall be an annual general meeting on such day or days in each year as the council may from time to time determine, but not more than 15 months shall elapse between the close of one such meeting and the date of the next annual general meeting. So, for instance, we said, I think it's because of elections. I think that there was that challenge somebody was talking about. Because of elections, and then maybe, the term of, elected officers will lapse even beyond, let's say even their 1 year. So whatever it is, it shouldn't go beyond the 3 extra months, 15. And for us as national officers, we came in at a certain time. So, sorry? Yes.
No, we have up to 18 months.
So it's what it is that we had a challenge. Like at the time, I was also the treasurer, and we had the challenge about the auditors, as was rightly stated here. However, maybe with the auditors, if they could facilitate, that they could say we are part of their premium, or as a corporate social responsibility to add us to your premium, should I say clientele, though we don't pay as much as the others pay, then we can actually have our AGMs yearly and not beyond the 15 months, so that we don't have that lapse where there will be contention, and I can foresee that some others will now become very should I say agitated, and the activism will come in. So I think that with the new document, all that will probably be codified for us to understand it better. Thank you.
All right, so we are going forward. So any other issue? But we don't want to, we can still discuss after month. Ask me, because this one is almost coming to an end. We are coming up with a new one, so all that we feel can be put in the new one to reflect the current trends of events. Because everything is evolving now. Everything is evolving. Okay, sir, I saw your hand. Okay, can you? And maybe after that one, who wants the...
My name is Jonas Ayi. The company is JSA Consulting. I was going to actually say this for the purpose of corporate governance before we had the issue clarified for us. In fact, at the time it was agreed that you hold it in July, that was going to be a stretch challenge for the board or executives. Because, you know, like she said, it is in the company law, which is the basis for corporate governance, that you hold it not more than 15 months. But then we held it in October. They've done well by bringing it a step forward. There should have been a program, rather, to bring it to July, but not to start it to July. So it was a stretch. I would say that you have done well to do it this September. And I was looking at the audited accounts. The accounts were signed on the 3rd of September. In less than 2 weeks, in fact, probably a week later, we are holding the AGM. That has been the foresight planning to let the auditors sign to coincide with the plan program. So, give or take, it was a stretch for the board to bring it to July, but they've done a great deal of job by moving it 1 month clear, 1 month ahead. And if you progress like that, it will get to September probably by 2021. It will get to July by 2021. But to the substantive, from the meetings, I would expect to see there was this issue of the consent letter, but it's not been clear, but it was not part of the matters arising. So probably if CEO can give us an update on that. Thank you very much.
The point is very well noted. And
thank you very much. There we have been back and forth with the consent letter for all this while. Actually, cannot be found at this moment. So we proceeded to the State Housing Corporation. They are the actual owners. We wrote to them that we want a consent letter, and they have agreed to give us a consent letter. In fact, they also wanted to arrange just to resolve the issue and make not to come back to it. But the lawyers of the owners of the land, the owner, the one we got it from, and then there were 2 owners, and then our lawyers. So last week, Wednesday, Monday, I was there myself. They gave us a short time, which was the Wednesday, but the lawyers were all outside Accra. And the time that we fixed, which was supposed to be Friday last week, their lawyer was also outside Accra. But we have agreed that the lawyers are going to meet and then we'll get the consent letter. So a lot of work had gone on, and I don't think it's a big challenge now. So anytime we're able to meet, the lawyers are able to meet and resolve the issue, probably a memo will be sent around to inform members about it.
To add up to what the CEO just said, with regards to the land, the implementation has delayed, but for me, it's in a good direction, because that's also come up that now that the State Housing Corporation...
Please tell us, because you see, say that you have been assigned to help us, whatever. Because who are you to say all of them?
Okay. As part of the project committee, I have been assigned to ensure the proper documentation of the land is achieved. And as such, I started that process with the CEO. And to add up to what he said, the delayance for me, it has been good. We thought we were being delayed, but today it has come to light that the State Housing Corporation has even agreed to extend our lease of the land, because the lease that was left on the original agreement was some few years. And as such, since we are going in for this consent letter, they will take that opportunity after the consent letter to see how best they can extend our lease for us. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Please, address the chair. You cannot give the mic to her.
Sorry, Mr. President.
Now carry on.
Mr. President, Mr. Chair, I apologize. Yes, the question is to you, but I have to address the chair. So, what if the owner of the land comes back? Are you going to refund whatever interest they have vested in the land, or they have to resell it to you? Because from what CEO mentioned, you cannot find the owner. You didn't say he's dead or he doesn't have family. You just say you cannot find the owner. So if the owner sees that you are putting something up and he or she shows up, are you going to then pay that owner off, or we are going to go to court? What is the process?
Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Talia. Regards to that, I can assure you and allay your fears that the owner has signed a contract of sale, dedicating his interest in the property to the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and also have signed an indenture to that effect, which is being processed by the Land Commission. So even with this little hiccup, if he surfaces, he dare not try and put it on the road. Thank you.
All right. We are trying to put some strategies in place where members will have the opportunity to contribute their quota to the development of that building. And so we'll come up with the modalities. Those who want their names to be written in gold will contribute so much. Those who want their names to be written in platinum. So your company's names and then placed at the part of the building. So initially we are going to start it on our own with the little that we have, and we have also spoken as the CEO mentioned. We have some few financial houses or banks who have shown interest, and we are going to go by that. So when we are done with those arrangements, we'll let you have it. For example, GASEM want to give us maybe 1,000 or 2,000 bags of cement or 1 million bags of cement. We put their names at a special place, and then maybe your company will also bring about 100 bags. We also have a place for that. We want to use number of bags and then number of tons of iron rods and those things to measure, and then to give it that kind of brand, so that in the future we'll see that when you were alive, your company supported this building to account. And so that is where we are now. Going forward, whatever we want to do, we'll communicate for you to be abreast. So we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, and that is the council report. The council report is in the, it can be found on page 14. Introduction, economic review for 2018, world economy, sub-Saharan Africa, Ghana. I'm reading some those headlines. The outlook for 2019, activities of the chamber, membership, through prospecting for new members, membership visitations, and media sensitization. The chamber was able to grow its membership by 11.75%, bringing the total membership to 6,537 as at the end of 2018. This growth also reflects the growing outreach of the chamber and its pursuit of targeted business support services for private sector growth. National meetings, committee meetings, and regional meetings, then policy and advocacy, access to long-term funding. On page 18, strengthening the financial sector of Ghana, SME development and empowering women, media engagement and publicity, courtesy calls, membership visitations, that is the industrial visits, trade fairs, exhibitions and trade missions, trade fairs and exhibitions, business to business and investment meetings. On page 19, number 5, we have export development and trade facilitation. Under that, we have migration from manual to electronic certificate of origin. On page 20, We have Agua Trade Resource Center, ATRC Ghana, sensitization programs, workshops and seminars. Page 21, that will take us to page 21, memoranda of understanding, engagement with government and other stakeholders, capacity building and human resource development. I think I mentioned all that in the other. And with this, we want to commend Professor T.K. Ahito for doing that job on behalf of the council. Today, he's not with us, he's indisposed. That's why he's not with us. But we pray that the people will hear him and also wish him a speedy recovery. Staff training and development, which is very key, because that is the greatest asset. We have capacity building on the usage of electronic certificate of origin. Chamber Business Awards 2017 was a big success, followed updates on Chamber special projects, the GNCCI Area Center, the GNCCI Business School, the GNCCI Credit Union, Chamber Business Clinic. Come again? Sorry. On page 23, we have head office projects. We have just discussed that. Cape Coast Chamber receives new official car. And the National Secretariat in 2018 presented a brand new Hyundai i10 to the Cape Coast Chamber to facilitate its membership drive and other activities. On the same 23, because we have corporate social responsibility. And that the chamber in the year under review donated plastic cups and bowls valued at 50,000 Ghana cedis to the school feeding program as part of its corporate social responsibility. The donation was made through the Senior Minister Honorable Nana Safumafo at the ceremony that was organized at this office premises. Dignitaries at the event were the Minister and Deputy Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection, the Chief Director of the Ministry of, and officials from the Senior Minister's Office and executives of the Chamber. The presentation was made by the President of the Chamber. He indicated the Chamber's readiness to support the school feeding program to ensure quality education for all Ghanaian children. In another development, the Kumasi branch of the Chamber donated assorted items to the required infirmary, also known as the Institute of the Destitute. We want to use this opportunity to encourage various branches to make sure that at least once a year we can reach the needy society through a corporate social responsibility. Members can draw resources from members, or we can collect items from member firms and companies and then do the presentation. And we want to also say that when such things are done, take pictures and let us have it at the National Secretariat so that we can put them together for events like this. So that takes us to page 15. That gives us programs, Big First Exhibition and Missions. They are all there. And that will take us to page engagement with government and other stakeholders on page 30. Members should worry, after this program we're going to have a very nice lunch. We're going to have a nice lunch. So don't worry, we'll finish very soon. And that will take us to page 36. And that is where we have the corporate awards competitive and personality awards and all that. And on that note, I will invite you for your comments and notes the activities that took place in the course of last year. Thank you. 1, 2, yes.
Thank you, Madam President. So page 20,
page 20.
At Goa and Trade Resource Center.
What? Agua?
Yes. So the Agua initiative is one of the things I've taken a keen interest in because it's highly beneficial to the most of the countries that subscribe to it. Yeah. And I'm particularly excited about your interest, making sure it works and so on. So I've seen that there was an issue sometime where we were to go for the meeting in the US and a lot of people were denied visa, etc., etc. Number one, I want to find out what is the relationship between the chamber and the US embassy, for which reason they will keep on denying visa to, because I don't see why we should be denied visa. I can't imagine anybody denying me visa because I went fast and I'll get it. So chamber with all these clouds, government, why are we still being denied visa? Number two, I want to find out, so now that we've had a lot of people being denied, who are the people who represented the chamber in that conference, and what were the benefits that had accrued to the chamber as a result of participation of the chamber in that conference, the Agua conference in the US. Because as I said, the Agua is a big initiative and we need to be able to measure our results when we spend money on these events. Thank you.
Mine is on the corporate social responsibility, page 23. I must commend the executives for the good move and the Kumasi chamber. And honestly, as somebody who has worked in the social sector for a very long time, I can say on authority that the Kumasi donation rather has impacted so much on the people than the one we did from the national level. And these are my reasons.
You are not here to mark.
Oh, no. I want it for a suggestion for the next time, and I'm not marking, I'm only interested from the social perspective, please. Next time, I think that we should rather go to the various schools. We should identify the various schools that are in need. They will give them the caps and those things that will be related. Because the school feeding under President Kufuor is not the same school feeding today. Under President Kufuor, the children were given caps, bowls, etc., etc. But now, the children carry those things to the school themselves, or caterers who are also good try to buy for the students. So when you give it at the top there, I'm inclined to believe that sometimes when it's time for the political season, maybe I don't have it. Maybe people may send it there for their own credit instead of we giving to our people down there direct. So that is what.
That was made from the senior minister to business associations. So it was a special request. And I think we were the first, I don't know whether others follow suit, but we were, you mentioned as part of the speech that we were the first to respond to that request that is made. All other things you have said, very well noted. We consider them. But previously we have also gone to other places, like the orphanage and all that. We went to the Bodiasi orphanage, that's the countryside orphanage. And personally, I am very much enthused about those things. So that's why we're also encouraging. We know that other individuals also do it in their own small way, but we want to do it as a corporate body to see how best we can reach the society. On my brother's issue on the business, I think that the U.S. Embassy has come to apologize. And Mr. Wako is indisposed. I think he will be the best person to explain. But we had a preparation session and we didn't even understand why those people were denying the visas. But what all we are trying to say now is that this year, I think names have come up. We are trying to bring the private sector, those who are interested from different associations also to come on board. Julius, where are you? Come and explain. Well, he's the coordinator, and we went to Côte d'Ivoire. In fact, they organized a program for us in Côte d'Ivoire. We went there with the Minister of Trade, and the US, they were about close to 200 in their numbers, trying to look for, they are buyers, so we want to look for those orders. So seriously, that has been the issue. But I want to advise that members must also be abreast with the issues on business. You know, need to prepare your statements, and sometimes when they were filling the form online, the information they gave and those that they also found, because I did not take it kindly, as you also said, and that was the reason they gave me, you know, and the time was so close. But this time around, we want to prepare them, get the visas on time before the due date. So we are on it, but I think we take your advice.
So who represented us?
That's why okay, who represented the chamber?
The chamber in the conference.
The chamber, seriously, I think the coordinator himself, this man, was there. Sabako, the marketing manager, was there. And personally, I was invited as a special guest. So, and to deliver a speech. So I was also there. So going forward, if anybody also showed interest, because we are looking at cost, okay, and if not support us that enough to cater for more people, you know. So that's so he himself and Mr. Macron, because we have to help those who went there to raise their stands and all that. They did a very good job there. It wasn't easy, but they did very well, seriously. And they were coordinating, because it's a center, and with the chamber of Ghana, all eyes were on us within the sovereign existing countries. So we need to take advantage. And last year, let me also put a record that last year we went onto the radio and made some announcements and explanations and sensitization so that more Ghanaians will take advantage of the AGOA, so that more people can export their goods to American market without quotas and tariffs. Limits. Yes, there is no limits and there is no tax. But we need to go with a standard. Sometimes the standards are sub-standards. And if you don't get that, you will not get the requisite bias for quotas. Okay, so can you throw more light?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think the point you raised about the visa refusal, I think Mr. Mako also raised the same issue. Nobody was refused the visa. The issue that we had was that the dates that we were looking for the bookings, as the bookings, we didn't get the time within the period for the event. So that was the major constraint. So nobody was denied the visa. And what we are currently doing now for the upcoming program is that we've already got in touch with the commercial section of the US Embassy to help us with the bookings in advance. So please, that perception that somebody was refused the visa never happened, because the booking wasn't, we actually didn't have the time, the booking within the time frame. For the US embassy, how they work, it's not that easy. Even this note verbal from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we took it there, but there was a delay. So that's why this time the process has begun earlier. And I must confess that we are really working hard this time to ensure that there's a Ghanaian exports get onto the US market. So coming to the 24th of this month, can I share with them?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So 24th of this month, the Chamber is organizing the capacity building workshop here. This with the support from QDSI West Africa. So we are working closely with them to ensure that Ghanaian exporters derive the maximum benefits from AGOA. So we are doing our work very well, but it's just that time doesn't allow us to be seen. So that's what I'll share for now.
Yeah, and so executives and members who want to have US business and want to attend such programs must also, just as I said, take advantage of that. I had the opportunity to meet the ambassador herself when we organized the October 20th anniversary in Kumasi. We shared a lot for almost more than 2 hours. And she said she was in Ghana about 80 years ago. You know, she was working with the consular, and now she has come back as an ambassador. We shared a lot, and she has shown that keen interest to support the private sector as a whole. He was supposed to be here this morning. She told me that she other equally important engagements, so we asked one guy to come. So Morris came, and Morris assured me yesterday that Madam told him that the challenges that we have with members, with visitors, we should channel through that guy if there are any challenges. So we are working closely with some of these embassies. Yesterday, for example, we went to the embassy of Italy, you know, and he was so happy, and we saw that his representative here this morning. And so, in actual fact, we don't have much problems or challenges with these embassies. So, if anybody has anything like that, kindly let us know. Take it up and resolve it. So, thank you. Any other, or move on to the next item? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm Mr. Champon, representing Integrated Social Solutions Center. We do skill development training and export, produce and export goods. My petition is that if we want to strengthen our exports, the big exporters in our indigenous products in Ghana, I think we have to collaborate. The regional centers have to collaborate with the exporters. When they export, the regional, either Tapa, Kumasi, the real exporters who are in the export sector has to be collaborated with the regional or the national level, so that when we have people who are real exporters, they can export goods wherever in America, like AGOA. AGOA is to support the small-scale industries. So this is what I'm petitioning and sending a petition to our sectors. We have to collaborate with our exporters from the regional sectors so that we can do more export. On the other side of it, for people who have their money can come in and they say, I have my money, I want to export and export goods. To the detriment of those who are the little ones who are starting afresh, the starters. So wherever they say pay $4,500, it's going to pay $4,500 to go. Whilst the small scale industry who is using its own resources to promote its products, is going to pay $4,500. So that one, I think we have to find a way to subsidize those big exporters who are supporting Ghana. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hello. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
So seriously, where is Julius? Julius, where is it? Okay, let me try. So you have to take note of that. So
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Nelson Ajima. I'm the Executive Chairman for Startup SME Centers. And of course, a new member. But I want to commend the Chamber for your leadership, especially for the way you highlighted the SME question board. Today you did speak on it, and I heard you a number of times giving the figures that sector is the majority. My point is that perhaps over and above the recognition now that this is an important sector for the chamber to look at, I have a suggestion, because that's going to be where if it is time, because if you look at from page 17 to 23, there are aspects there. And so it is time perhaps for you to consider if in partnership with us, though we are new, we can have a project like any of the projects that are listed under number 11, if you have seen updates of chamber special projects. My suggestion is that given the fact that many of us are here, startups, SMEs, informal sector, if we can have a project that in cooperation with us. The reason is that we currently have 50 centers in all 60 regions. We can have such a center even within the headquarters, or also in cooperation with the regions, specializing on the issues of startups, SMEs, as a partnership project. Because we have also encouraged that we should do business among ourselves. And the matters that are raised, the issue of capacity and capital, are things that we deal with. We have knowledge and capacity partners that work with us. So it's possible to even raise money internationally. So that's something I'm suggesting to all of you. If you think it's good, maybe you will support my proposal to have a partnership with the chamber to set up this as one project that will join the other projects in Franklin. Thank you very much.
Any other? There was one here. So on your case, as this the point is welcome, seriously, because we are developing, we are all partners in development. So if you want to support, that's all that we are looking for. So we'll take your number and then we'll arrange a meeting, and then you come up with whatever. So with the CEO, the national officers will also consider it, and then meet with you, and then we take it over from there. Thank you. All right. Yes, sir. Professor.
My name is Ozogo. And I said,
and your company?
Professor. I think the report is very comprehensive. That's a good job. But I have a little suggestion I want to do. That if we could always prepare the report looking at what we have set out to do in a year, based on objectives for this year, then we can say we set out to do this particular year. And so if very the report we have achieved this, we have quantified this area so that we're able to measure success as we go along. Thank you very much.
I don't know why that side is not part of it. We did it. In fact, the editing came at a very last, I realized at that time it was not. So, pardon us for that. Because we itemize all those areas, those that we have been able to do, those which is pending and all that, so that it will guide us to move on to. So it is there. Where are you? Okay. Well, you were supposed to do that. So, but thank you for the reminder. We did it. Thank you for that observation. Mr. Champon, your case has also been noted and we are taking care of that. I think going forward, if we can have all the exporters, prospective exporters, because everybody here is a prospective exporter. When the order comes, and once your company has been registered under what do you call it, general merchants, you can still do it, you know. So let's take advantage of it. Or to improve our exports and to make sure that the dollar is stabilized. It's only that side that we can make it stabilize the dollar for a longer time. All others are just ad hoc, measures. So that is it. Any other, or we want to the best one? Yes, sir.
My name is Ernestina Robert, and my company name is Tinaland Enterprise. Nana, please, may I know that is it too late for one to pick another form to join the next people who are traveling this year? Is it too late?
The guy is not around, so I don't want to.
Because I have since asked him, I was expected to go to here. In fact, I asked Mr. Makuni, he asked me to see Julius,
No, after here, let's see.
Yes, ma'am.
The center is for Ghana and for the whole of West Africa. So anybody who's a Ghanaian and has that zeal to do it, you have to support that person. Yeah.
Thank you, Lena. My name is Anthony Abraham Kogna Brenya, the administrator of the Greater Accra Art and Craft Dealers Association, based in Art Center.
Your name is too long.
Yes, thank you very much. Mine is to recommend this year's business to business organized by Chamber. Of course, we had a maiden chance to be part of the business to business. But what we also realized that the members, in fact, were not properly represented. And I have to personally say that having joined the chamber, being the administrator of the mine sector in handicrafts, I will plead and I will ask leadership to intensify more of those so that we can also, plan very well as to bring in the Americans and the South Africans and all those people also here in Ghana to also come and then learn and then benefit and be beneficiaries of what we have. So I think this is a little that I have. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay.
And God bless our woman.
Yes, I'll do that. The last one that was held in Accra was very, very successful. The only problem sometimes we have is that when we ask you to bring your budgets, you don't put those things there. So there's always a constraint on our budget. And you see that sometimes you go beyond things that you are not planned. We definitely have to face on the account because it was not planned for. But because it's something which is good for the members and something good for the private sector, we normally support it and make sure it is done. My visit to all the branches, I've visited all the branches. I've seen that the numbers are increasing. I've seen that the people have the chamber attached, the people who want to do more. I've collected all the challenges. Some of them have been resolved, others are still pending. Others we have to write and communicate to the ministry, ministries. We have done all that. And that one, we don't have the power to, push them for results. Those that within our base, we do our best. And want to take this opportunity to say that the credit union, all hands must be on deck. Let's see how best we can take advantage and nurture the culture of savings. And then also, if there are any other funds that are coming, just as my mother said, we can put it into that and then let members. But this one, if you are not a member, you cannot access. The difference between this one, the credit union and the other finance house is that The finance are whether you are a member of or you have contributed or not, you can just access. But the credit union, there are 4 cardinal points. And one of the first is you have to be part of the credit union. It's a family, so be part of the family. So if you are not part of the family, you cannot take any loan or whatever. You go to most of the credit unions, University of Ghana Credit Union, the office at Cape Coast, it belongs to the credit union, the University of Cape Coast Credit Union, right? It's not for the university, but the other people also from the Cape Coast municipality are part of it, and it's more than a bank. The one in KNUST, St. Joseph's, and I've worked with some of these credit unions for the past 12 years. And I've attended all their AGMs for the managers and all that. If you go to Kaswa for now, they have put out about 120 air-conditioned rooms, training centers and all that. You know, all for the credit union. So the credit union is something which is very good. Personally, I've loved one for my people, especially the women in my traditional area, and it is helping a lot of them. That's helping them to pay their course fees and universities and all that. So this is a remedy. In the midst of this financial crisis, it is a remedy. But now we are starting from the national. So we are going to the pool from all whatever you are, go to the office, you register, do whatever, and you transfer all. We want to have a central, and then later on, you can have one person channel it and do that. But for now, that is how we want to do that. And we are ready. Now, as we are coming here, the account is ready. So maybe by the end of this month, by the end of this month, anybody at all can start registering. We can also add on an office at where the Chamber National Office is, and on the platform, right? We will communicate to you when all that is completed. So it is a wake-up call. It is something that we need to do, and everybody has to be part of it. Those who can pay more than necessary, pay, please, because we want to do that to support SMEs, all in the interest of building the private sector of Ghana. And on that, I thank you for all your contributions, questions, and suggestions. So on that, we will move on to the next item on the agenda, and that is the financial highlights by Mr. Harry Benizamesa, National Treasurer, Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Let's start with him. Mr. Bonisa, come on,
It is with esteemed gratitude for this privilege to report on the financial highlights of the Chamber for the year ended 31st December 2018. The year of the review was quite challenging, but with God's guidance and some prudence, the year ended with the Chamber being in good health that ensured the Chamber's resilience as a growing sector. Our assets recorded 17.2% increment from 4,261,367 in 2017 to 4,993,000 in 2018. Total income made up of our traditional revenues plus all other incomes amounted to 5,611,694
in 2018, down from 5673, 582 in the previous year. Our short-term investment, made up of 1-year fixed deposits, went up from 2262,044 in 2017 to 2871,881 in 2018. No, it's not in the report. Our operational costs rose from 4548043 in 2017 to 5888157 in the year under review. The operating result from our undertakings resulted in a negative of 276,463. For some attributes of this loss result were increases in our rent nationwide, challenges in trade fair operations, inadequate response in sponsorships, seminars, conferences, etc. Our long-term assets, made up of shares in EcoBank and GOI, appreciated marginally from 166,973 in 2017 to 180,543 in 2018. Total liabilities at the end of 2018 amounted to 1,767,836, up from 759,740 in 2017. The increase in liabilities resulted from, again, rent accruals, bank loan for official vehicle, etc. The net result of our 2018 operations resulted in reduction of the retained earnings from 3,501,627 to 3,225,164. Ladies and gentlemen, despite these challenges, I am pleased to report that the Chamber remains healthy into the ensuing year. Thank you for your attention.
My name is Prince Dakwan, and I'll be presenting the report on behalf of the party. But before I do that, I would like to touch on the issue of the auditors not being available to audit the financial reports. It's because we take the chamber as a non-for-profit institution, and so whichever fees that we charge the chamber is highly subsidized. And so I quite remember we were asked to consider moving the time forward so that we could meet the proposed July deadline, and we did present a revised fee. And so I guess on the basis of that, management made a decision that we would stick with what we have. And so it is not to say that we were not available to support or to do the work, but because we had to do the audit in our premium period, we had to revise the fee a little bit. So that's why. Okay, so Mr. Chairman, KPMG presents its report on the financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2018 to the members of Ghana National Chamber of Commerce. The independent auditor's report can be found on page 48 to page 50 of the annual report. With your permission, I will proceed to read to you a summary of our report. I'll be reading the opinion and then the basis of opinion, and I will leave members to go through the other information, council's responsibilities, auditors and the auditor's responsibilities. So I read the opinion. We have audited the financial statement of Ghana National Chamber of Commerce, the Chamber, which comprise the statement of financial performance, statement of financial position at 31st December 2018, and the statement of comprehensive income and retained earnings, the statement of cash flows for the year ended, and the notes to the financial statement, which include a summary of significant accounting policies. Other explanatory notes are set out on pages 54 to 62. In our opinion, these financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of Ghana National Chamber of Commerce at 31st December 2018, and of its financial performance and cash flows for the year ended in accordance with International Financial Reporting Standard for small and medium-sized entities. I move on to the basis of opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with international standards of auditing. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of financial statements section of our report. We are independent of the association in accordance with International Ethics Standard Board of Accounting, Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, and we have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with IESBA Code. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Thank you.
So moved and seconded, right?
Yes, seconded.
Okay, seconded. Okay, so now the lead statement has been seconded. Moved and seconded. Now, discussion. Yes. Yes, give it.
So, Madam President, I'm taking the very close look at the financial. On page 52, you gather that in 2017, the Chamber made revenue over expenditure. But it's a more profits of over $1 million.
We don't make profits.
In 2017, in 52, we made revenue over expenditure.
Correct.
Over $1 million, excess of over $1 million. However, in 2018, we're cruising in loss. In excess of over 200,000. In my mind, that's a significant loss. Moving from
use the correct term. We are not profit making, so there's no loss in our
saying.
So it is expenditure over our income.
Yeah.
So choose the correct. So if you choose the normal company or enterprise, you might think that it is whatever, but in our case, it is not.
Thank you, Madam President.
So Harry, it's your question.
So my point is, we are making losses over expenditure.
No problem.
Please allow me because everybody knows that we are making losses. And I'm saying that this is a very serious matter. Seriously, because if I was the owner of a company and I'm asking you to run a business and you made over $1 million.
That's why you are making a mistake. You need to explain to you, seriously, this is not a company. No. So we need to let you understand that if it were to be a company, say,
if it were to be a company,
thank you.
But speaking on a serious note, I feel that if I asked you to run a business for me or run an NGO for me and then you're making a return of in excess of $1 million, and just after a year you're cruising in 200,000 down, seriously, for me it's a big challenge that we deserve an explanation why we're making losses I went through to look at page 62, which chronicles the expenses. And I think the regulation has started. National Executive Council traveling and transport, 94,000. So I was wondering, the National Executive traveling to where? Like, really, what are the benefits of this travel? Because there's another traveling expenses. So how is that different? So is it that the secretariat people travel differently, the executive travel differently? For what? What's the result of this travel? Why are we making losses? Where is the money? Seriously. Madam President, we deserve very serious answers at this moment. Otherwise, I'm not sure that posterity will be fair for all of us.
Some of us, let me tell you, I'm here for a good, what do you call it? For a good leadership. For a good leadership. So we are here. So it's a matter of asking whether what has caused for this, what has caused for that. It is with all other businesses, with all other, because it is our income and expenditure. How do you spend our monies? Okay? So it's not me, the president. Yes. And seriously, the bar stops at my table. I am the senior supervisor. So if something has gone on wrong, I have to make sure I leave a good legacy. And so if you just say that seriously, what do you want to mean? No, please. Nobody is here to squander your money. After all, what we do, let me tell you, we are not paid for whatever we do. In other sense, what do we travel for? You ask those questions as if we travel for nothing. The monies that are generated, if the president is traveling 100 times and you want the president of Chamber to go, you have to go. And that's one thing sometimes you don't know. And they never foot any of our affairs. Sometimes you have to travel. If Jubilee Tours is here, we have to travel on credit. You see, but the president says he's going to maybe Japan. He wants you to speak on behalf of the private sector. And you will take care of the certificate of origin. And that's why the certificate of origin is given to you to manage the private sector, not for you. So please, you deserve explanation. But sometimes the way because the money is not for us, the money is not for anybody, the money is for all of us. So whichever way you use it, you have to account for it. And we accept that one. But if you just, we are not serious, don't go there, please. Because we are all business people. And we have sacrificed to do the work we are doing. I'm telling you. So please, one day you'll be a president. If not, somewhere. And you realize that it's not easy to even carry it. Anyway, so I'll leave the mic to Harry. This is a serious matter. Who is standing? So just take the questions and then we will take them one after the other.
You wanted to know why we ran a loss. You wanted to know why we ran a loss. No, you wanted to know why we ran a loss.
Harry, wait. That's one question. There's another question. Take all the questions and let's address it.
Okay.
And the question is, there is more excess of expenditure over the income. So
that resulted in the loss. That is what has caused the loss.
Okay.
And he wants to know why. It doesn't matter. We are talking of 2018.
Yeah.
Let me talk on 2018. Okay? Now, you know why the chamber is in existence?
Wait. Take those questions so that we can time for sake of time.
Oh, okay, all right.
So 3 questions at a time. And rewrite them. You have how many questions? No, we have only one. Because we are pick the priority. You can bring that one to me later on. And we are next time.
I can see that the overheads of 2017 are getting some are getting
30%.
So, Mr. Auditor, you're saying that you are subsidizing the fees, and the fees have seen from 27,000 to 35,000. I've seen it. And this amount, you call it a subsidized amount. For that matter, you are saying that. And then now, when you go to the financials, the overheads, how huge some of them are, like some of the people are starting to do, of which there is no limit. What control measures do you advise? What control measures do you use? I want you to answer that question.
And there is one more question. So three at a time.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mine is more from a nation. I can see that the year 2018, the cost income ratio went up, and it went up to about 122%. And I think that there was so many factors that went into it, like rents, rates, the membership challenge, sponsorship, that dropped because most people were not willing to sponsor. So that also accounted for that. Notwithstanding, I believe that we can also increase the income side, do something to increase our income in the way of maybe membership drive. So, for instance, if we have 100 members and we are able to target that, we are going to increase the double membership. Say 1 member, 1 member. Then we double definitely our revenue from the subscription that we are receiving will also go up. And we also have to make sure that we try to impress upon the members to try to do a lot more sponsorship, because sponsoring is a way of advertising our company or our product. So when we are able to do that, we get more sponsorship and thereby increasing our income side. So if we are able to increase our income side, we will overweigh the cost side. So most of the time, I believe that it's not possible to increase costs. Because if you are paying somebody maybe 10,000 or 1,000, there's no way that you're going to say I'm going to reduce it because it will go down. And then you look at the SKB, there's a lot of components going in that, and because of that, cost is always going up. So what we need to do now to bring the cost income ratio, which currently the average in the nation is about 80, it's going to 90%, then we will be able to operate at a reasonable way. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So that is, Harry, can you take it up?
Yeah, I was asked when I came in, but I saw the gentleman, I heard the gentleman talking about our loss.
That's all that we have explained. So
for
the expenditure over the income, and he was comparing the previous years as some of the things, and he was talking about he has seen that there were a lot of travels and all those things. And so you have to explain.
Thank you. I will only say that whatever we do is important for carrying the chamber forward. We are not spending monies, excuse me to say, anyhow. You realize that the chamber is a non-profit making organization. And the chamber has to carry a lot of responsibilities to make the private sector vibrant. In fact, you realize that of late, the chamber is in the limelight. It's all expenses. And our staff are not well paid. but we somehow have to raise their salaries against depleting incomes. For that year, our main income in certificate of origin went down because there were embargoes on certain exports. That affected us a lot. Gold was not going, fruits were not going, and so agricultural products were not going. And it affected us. It affected our incomes. Then again, something which should be a disgrace to all of us, because many of us are not paying our subscriptions. It is a serious matter because we are supposed to run with the subscriptions to support our major revenues. But unfortunately, the chairmen are all here. Subscriptions are not coming as they should. So everything has to be on the certificate of origin. As the president was saying, when orders come that you should travel, you don't have any say, you have to travel. So all these things, we try to control them. It's not that we are just spending and spending and spending. We try to control them. If you ask other areas, they will tell you that when they bring their requests, we don't attend to them. We are owing on rent. Our rents are denominated in dollars. Our rents are denominated in dollars. And you know how the rate is rising. All these things have resulted in that year's loss. But it's not that we are not prudent in what we do. We try to be as prudent as much as possible. But your advice is well taken. Maybe we will need to be more prudent. But being more prudent, if you are not careful, will mean that we will not be doing what we are supposed to do to raise the private sector up. So my brother, that is the situation. Somebody was talking of control measures for expenditures. Honestly, we control measures. You realize that recently we have even taken on an internal auditor because of the need to control things. So we are not just doing things for doing sake, but we are doing things which will make the chamber meaningful to all of us, because that is what all of us join the chamber to get. So you do as much as possible to, this year has been a loss, but into the future, you will make sure that losses will be cut.
That's last year, 2018.
Thank you very much.
Exports, there was embargo on exports, and that affected the certificate of origin, which is the greater part of our income. In addition to that, for the past 5 or more years, we have not increased our subscriptions. And most of them are paying 210 Ghana cedis. If you like, check AGI, which is almost like us. The minimum people are paying is about 1,000 cedis. I'm telling you. So seriously, it affects whatever that we are doing. Not suffice that, we need to also look at our expenditures, as I said. But for rent, since we are not in our own premise, it's very, and it is, as I said, the dollar denominated. And so anytime the dollar goes up, at a point in time, they were not bringing even because the place was not, the air conditioning was spoiled, and we were talking terms with them, trying to see how best they can reduce and all that. But comparatively, around the area, our rent, even the same building, our rent is on the lower side, the cheapest, very competitive. So all that we have to do is to get our place and move out. You know, so now those things have already been taken care of. So we are trying to see how best we can have our own. But I also want to place on record that our investments with prudent measures, our investments have moved as we took over from 400,000 to about 2.8 million. So look at all that. You see, so it's not like we are just using, even though the salary of staff is not the best, but right now we are paying more than 100,000 cedis every month for only salaries. Even with that we are saying it is not the best to compare. We are paying 120,000 every month. You know, so, and that is not, you know, aside repairs of vehicles and other, you know, fuel and other things, running costs and all those things. So comparatively, you know, if, just as somebody said here, if your income side is not improved, the cost side, you cannot do anything. Because just a matter of 5% of increment can just throw overboard your budget and all that. In addition to that, there are other projects that were not, you know, envisaged to come on. Let me, for example, the one we just had in, we had one in Takrady, Takrady. We had one in Cape Tema, we had one in Accra, and then I think Kumasi or something like that. And if you want, all the B2Bs that we do, we don't charge anything. All the B2Bs, we have had about 4 or 5 B2Bs. Oh, that's for Accra. We are talking about the national. The Accra one, when you charge, we use it and then we top it up. Yes. We top it up, so it reduces our cost. So seriously, we unless Chairman, you are all here and you have heard, because when something comes, and then we are talking about rents, not even rents in Accra. All the rents in Cape Coast, Takrady, it's also dollar rated. Takrady, dollar rated. And for Cape Coast, I thought we were going to talk, because you have moved from where you were and you have come to a new place. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. I've heard it. So, with almost all the others, for WA, for example, WA, and all those things. In fact, this year for 2020, if you don't bring your budget, all the things, if you don't put it in your budget, you will not do it. Because when you come here and questions are asked, you don't come up and say that, oh, we did this, we did that, but that has resulted in great. As if the president and the officers have done something, you know. So, seriously, and then number 2 or number 3 or number 4, all those who visit us, that's one we cannot, you know, put a cap. We had a lot of people visiting us, international visits, and when they come, there are certain protocols we have to meet. There are those protocols that we need to meet. So when it happens like that, can you say that because we are running at a loss, you will not meet that one? The Chamber is an international organization and belong to the ICC, belong to the Federation. So there are certain things that are standards. You know, so as much as agree with those questioners, we must also look at the subscription. You know, the subscription has been on that level for a very long time, 5 or more years, and we are paying that scanty amount. Not forgetting, not looking at the point that prices of goods and services and all that are going very, very, very high. Even prices of hotels. Locally, if we get visitors and you are paying for hotels and those things, they are not the same as compared to last year, and you are all aware. Some of them are dollar rated. So, members, as much as we want to protect the pets, there are certain things we cannot control. The only thing we have to do is to improve on our income side so that it can absorb all the shocks when they arrive. And I thank you for that. Thank you. Any other question before we move on to? Yeah.
I think the factors that I counted for the shortfall have been explained, but the apprehension among members probably is to say that what measures are being put going forward, so that we ensure that.
So we are ready. Tell us.
Very good. So I mean, as our leaders, if we are not paying a subscription, maybe you will think of what, to do. If we have sanctions mechanism, I mean, internally, what are the measures that we have in place for people who don't pay their subscriptions? We publish members in good standing. I mean, what are the internal protocols for dealing with those things? And then also, whilst we work at increasing revenue, it's also important that we look at areas of efficiency. Sometimes it's not necessarily about cutting down, avoiding the activity at all, but trying to look at ingenious ways. If this is how I was doing it previously, is there any other efficient way of doing the same thing? It's about getting it done. So these are some of the things that I would want to say, but I'm sure later on, any suggestions that I do have, I'll bring them.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And going forward, if anybody has any solution or suggestions, can bring them. Let me also say that before you come in. 2017, with the Chamber Awards, we had, more than enough sponsors, and there was even surplus that accounted for all that. For 2018, there was, the general, conditions were not favorable, so the sponsorship were not forthcoming. And at that point, what else can you do? And we had another nice business awards, for the chamber. So for that, for example, the venue for 2017, the venue was State House, and the price was only 120,000. Okay, 17,000, 12,000 Ghana cedis. But for 2018, we paid 100 and what? You see it? Because that place was earmarked for renovations. So that alone, the jump was more than 800,000. The jump alone for the venue for 2017 and 2018, the venue for 2017 was 12,000, State House. For 2018, we paid at Movenpick, and we about 140,000. Sorry, 200,000. So if you deduct 200,000, 12,000, the difference alone will just kill you. And we were not expecting that to happen because we thought they could finish that one. And even among the the invoices that we had, moving pay give us some form of subsidy. That is one. Two, to get a bigger what it was space was also a challenge. By that time, there was nothing that we could do. Sponsorship was not also forthcoming. What else can you do? And in order to raise the image of the chamber, can we compare the laws to the standards and where we are now? So seriously, we did our best, but our best was not enough, and that has accounted for that. So we are recommending that businesses were not covered. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Kate Gordon. Basically, what Nana said, the Treasury said about the situation, it's not really reflecting in the balance sheet. Because if members are not paying the subscription, of course we should have the receivables. But from the balance sheet on page 51, there's nothing showing that members are having an outstanding
we don't do that. Whatever we receive, we receive. Because we don't know who will renew his membership or not. Okay? So every year, that is how we do it.
It's year by year.
So we don't have budget. And that's the difference. You see, so if you use it as a normal account, then what you are saying is correct. But we don't, you see, our membership is for only 1 year. So if at the end of the year, 2017, 200 people, pay their subscription, and then 2018, 120 people pay their. We can't say that you have 80 whatever as funding. No.
In a reporting of income, if you run a charity and then it's a subscription based, if a member fails to pay his subscription or dues in the year, that amount becomes what you call receivables. So you report it, but in the income, it will not be there because if you pay, come back and pay the income, you recognize it's your bank account.
I agree with you on that score. But we are telling you what pertains in our account. We don't use that as receivables. No. Because if they don't come to pay, what do you do? Because
if you serve them reminders. Come and pay. You understand? Send them reminders. Because some of them might probably be easy. But if you send them reminders, send them statements of account, some of them will pay. And it's not all of them, but some of them will pay.
I will make you a executive member in charge of those things, and you see. If somebody decides not to pay subscription, you remind me. Sometimes you see them in about 4 years in arrest. Okay? So you and others will also decide not to come back again. What do you do? They're still running your books. You see, so there was a decision that whatever we get is our income.
Then you have to start publishing them as a good standard.
Well, that is also not defined mandate. All of us can decide whether we should put members who have not paid their subscription in November. If you have not paid, we put those in good standing in the papers or whatever. I think others do it. But in our case, you see, we'll discuss further. In our case, because of the airline, we need to discuss further. Okay? I don't want to be ahead and other things. That's over. I want you to explain this one. You want us to come for the mic. That's what I'm explaining already. Come for the mic. Never mind. No, I didn't know you were going out. You said we should go, please. I understand. Thank you. One day somebody will do the same to me. So, my brother, for the purposes of our account, we don't know who will come. And so by the end of the defense, those who have received is our income.
Or I think what you can do is the chapters who are members who are related to it. Chapters, program like that.
Well, we can discuss further.
The second issue with the gentleman who raised, the gentleman who stood up. Gentlemen, please, if you go to page 62, go to page 62 of the account. 62. 62. If you look at page 62, it tells you why Chamber made a loss. You read, then when you go to, when it comes to, there's a lot of 2017, they didn't do trade, what they call it, trade fairs. 2017, but 2018, the Chamber did not trade. And then when it comes to page number 25 to page number 2018, 87 business there was done by the Chamber, and that is accounted for the revenue loss. And also, in future, I'm suggesting in future, the financial secretary have to comment on the account. You see, if there's a changes in the revenue, he needs to comment that this is coming from a donation or a members overpaying their subscription. Secondly, if there's a loss, he should also be able to consider that there's an increment in salary of 20% and other things to avoid such what do you call misunderstanding at AGM. Thank you.
Okay. To put us on our toes, and I think, Harry, we need to just itemize those areas that hitherto we did not do, so that it will bring the difference, because we are all looking at improvements, and we all agree, it's not me. When I met former President Rollins, he congratulated me and said, yes, you are doing well. You are doing well, and it should be. Because where the Chamber is placed now, it's not about making income or profit or losses. It's about advocacy. It's about acceptance. And so right now, anything concerning the Chamber is placed at a certain position. Not trying to think that we should not look at our expenses. No. But we must improve on our income. Because if we plan doing all these things to maintain the reputation and whatever for the Chamber, then we must also look at how much or how far or how best we can improve on our income, so to speak, at least just to break even and not to go down the drain as it is now. And it is not intentional. When those things came out, we thought that so many people or so many companies will pay their subscription. And if the mightiest are falling, those are the who pay the biggest. They pay the biggest. And many of us pay around 400, and many also pay around 210. You see, those who pay 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000 and above, if they don't, 5 of them don't pay, you see the difference. And you cannot take them to court. On the other side too, or in related development, the exports that is giving us the certificate of origin also, dropped drastically. So where do you get money from? The general situation of the economy wasn't good. And Petrosol and Co, you have been supporting us in so many other ways. If your businesses are not good, how do you support us? So we must also pray that the economy is also improved, so that when we want sponsors, we can get more sponsors. Even this year, for example, the business awards, the monies that are coming, some of them are not encouraging. Somebody who gave you in 2017 about 20,000. This year he's promising to give you only 5,000. You see it? Somebody who promised to give you 20,000 in 2017. Now he's promised to give you 5,000. So when there was a program, there was a nice program that was organized in Tema. And the chairman is here on succession planning. I was there myself. Very well organized, and they refused to have sponsorship. At the 11th hour, it was not forthcoming. So we have to, dip into our own pockets because the program was very important. At the end of the day, we couldn't get the sponsors. But the program, have brought in this, that, advert here, advert there, and venue and all those things. The program was nice, but the sponsorship was not forthcoming. What do you do? So those are the issues, members. So we are doing our best to make sure we get the chamber at that level. But money-wise, sometimes it becomes very difficult. Yes, sir.
Very active in the private sector. So I'm involved in another position where, as a regional chair, we were asked to raise our own money. So I will not wake up expecting the national to give us any money. So knowing that in mind, every day my senators, we think about ideas to raise money. And to be honest, we always fund all our activities. And every day we have income that we're spending. If we have to travel internationally to follow President Akufo-Addo to Europe, we are asked to pay from our pocket. The last time we were going to China, I followed them. I spent $7,000. I'm not doing it again, I told them. But really, so it pushes us to perform, to deliver. I want to suggest that we can consider some of these things to challenge your regional executives so that you can minimize the national burden and also to challenge some of your executives as well to sometimes pay for their traveling costs as well.
Thank you so much. Some of the issues are already in place. They are supposed to raise their own whatever for their program that they do. We have told them. But this comes in when they are pushed and things are not forthcoming. So I think we need to also press them more. If they push, we have to press them so that they will be able to make sure that the present one that organized in Accra, very well organized, but they are still owing. You need to come to me for that money.
We needed a backup. We actually actually we raised our own funds. Even at the point in time, I don't have to say this, but I do to results. At the point in time, some of us have to pre-finance the program up to the tune of about 20,000.
Very well.
And later, the Secretariat has raised funds considering your promise. Once we are going to have a program, we have to inform National. And if you want to give us any support, we welcome it. Because as
what are you using that money for? The issue is that we did not promise you to do anything. But if there's any shortfall, that will mar the beauty of the program. That's why we come in. Seriously, last year, for example, before we closed the year, my own money, more than 25,000 as the treasurer. But the issue is that you have, when things are good, you also benefit. You see, it's not about only monetary terms. See, it's not only monetary terms. When people are calling you president, when they are calling you chairman, you say so keep quiet and suffer.
It's easy to sponsor. Get money from anywhere and put it there. The money is paid to us after chasing and writing letters, which shouldn't be so. From the national, refunds are very difficult to get.
Don't say that, please.
I'll say that because I've experienced it myself. So, Mr. President, we are also suffering down there. Organize those things.
Keep on suffering.
And it will be on your doorstep.
In fact, when I went to them, he told me that Unilever has been supporting. In fact, we wrote to them, and all the others also, we wrote to them and appreciated them. So if anybody, any company is supporting you, let us know and show our appreciation. There is Kumasi, some people supported. They have bought, I think, the new current executives. Before they were, they have bought a computer, sorry, the printer. They also bought photocopy machine and all those things from their own resources, which a normal sector should have been the duty or responsibility of the national. So let's keep on, just as our brother advised us, see how best we can support. Previously, when things were quite okay, in fact, we have been doing this, even my company at a point in time supported the national when Mr. Sam was the CEO. So let's see in our own small ways to support the various programs. PIFOS is supporting from even Kumasi and Accra, what's the name? SK Wafo, and few of them, they are all supporting, seriously. So let's keep on. While the things are not the best, it becomes, difficult. And there are a few others, central executive members, who are also with the think tank, for example. But the only time they were meeting, the cost is not on the national. Ken Thompson was, supporting them with TNT and all those things. But whatever ideas that come from there, they bring it to national for the benefits. Seriously. So in our small way, let's see how best we can support the chamber for a good cause. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I'm also of the view that now that we know the system is quite difficult, I would suggest that our various embassies or other embassies across Africa, we could get reps that would help our businesses to penetrate into those markets. I'm giving an example here. When you look at the Indians, for example, they came in through advertising of their pragya, those kukumbaja and all those things. Currently, their tricycles are in, their dresses are moving, their makeups, and they have penetrated.
You know how much they have spent on that?
Yes. So now I'm looking at it on that angle, so that when we also have to help our businesses, then we use the chamber as the forefront to enter and penetrate into other markets, so that it can help our chamber members to be able to be selling their products in different areas. I know some of the members who were complaining about their effects in Nigeria, how they were being bottled here and there, cutting their products so that it doesn't sell. So that we use the chamber to help penetrate into some of these areas. I've been sponsoring the website since about so many years. And then we are begging that if we can do that, and even as a result of that, we can maybe pay additional something small to the chamber as a result of penetrating other markets for the chamber members. It will also help, and we will be very happy. So that if Ghana, the market is not going on well, maybe somewhere else it will be better.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. For Nigeria, one, it's a national policy. The talking about is a national policy for certain products, and now you will not bring any other thing from any other country. You have to patronize the locally produced goods. We wanted to, I got to know this, we wanted to register a company to sell Sasso products there. And we went through a hell. They saw it as very, the efficacy was good, but within a matter of 3 months, they went to China, they went to India, and they replicated the product. In the process of registering, about 2-3 containers came to Ghana, and we had to block it at the port. So for Nigeria, it's the biggest market, but we have found a way to protect the local industry. So seriously, now we look at it. Because we are within the FEWASI, we can look at that. Even La Côte d'Ivoire here, sometimes becomes a problem. But Togo is sometimes quite flexible. But Togo too, they have the free ports, right? Is it free ports? Yeah. So most of the things come there and they smuggle to Ghana. If you are not careful. And when we got to know that the one who did it was a pastor. I'm telling you. Anyway, you didn't say he was a man of God. Yeah, pastor. So, all right. So on that, we close the dockets. Yes, I'm sorry.
Thank you for this opportunity. On top of but here,
yes, sir.
If we really develop the chambers across the network in this country, we will be able to gain our accounts and then reap more resources to finance most of our projects. On the 29th of August, I think we reached an agreement with Musa on two projects. The first one is about a 5-year development project earmarked to develop the chamber across the network of this country. And then the second project was about a research project that is meant to identify the challenges that we face, as well as those that we face on the business climate, to be able to source for support to help address these issues. My solution here is that you let us get a comprehensive report on this agreement that we reached with Musa. They say they are going to support them with funds and all that. Let us take to our various branches, we shall discuss them and bring in issues, you see, so we can use it to make a product towards reaching this vision. We can use that to develop a chamber holistically, nationwide. So we can be able to actually fund our projects and all that to move the chamber to a level, healthy level. This is my solution, Chairman.
Thank you.
Funding to develop the chamber, various chambers. So it's a very minimal amount which we will circulate to you. So there are two different things. It's a document that we are developing that will give the direction of the chamber for the next 5 years. It's not such a huge amount, so it's not to develop the region. I saw the post at that time, so that is just a clarification that I want to make.
Strengthening the various chambers. Then, if I have my own way, we say let's give autonomy to all the chambers. But we can't do that. If you look at the airline, you cannot do it unless you go to Parliament. If you go to Nigeria, for example, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce is autonomous. You go to London, we have various chambers and they are all autonomous. Okay? Nigeria is a federal state, so every state is on its own. So if the chamber is in Ondo State, the Ondo chamber has its own autonomy, and the chairman there is a council member of the national. They call it NASIMA. Okay? So even though we are within the same region or continent, we have different legislatives that govern us, and the place is right. So maybe the deal, as we are going forward, we look at that. The other second part of it is rather the reverse. The more you have the chambers, the more you have cost. Okay? So if you can have a branchless chamber, that would be the best. The branchless chamber doesn't go for a physical office, put staff there and pay them. But whatever, for now we are going for Florida. We have to get a place for rent. The staff you put there, you have to pay them. Okay? Whether they are up to 100 or not. Okay? You have to pay them. The subscription paid for the whole year. You cannot pay them for 3 months. Let's give you an example of Takoradi, even Cape Coast and Takwa. And even, so the what do you call it? The challenge is quite enormous. Even Tema, which is biggest in a way, right? So, yes, for Tema, for example, the problem we have is that all the businesses they have their head offices in Accra. And most of them, they cannot pay subsidy here and pay subsidy there. And so, even though they see them in Tema, they go there for meetings just to see what things that go on to take advantage of. But they cannot pay two subscriptions. Let me use the example of Prefos. Prefos has a head office in Kumasi. And it's also in Accra. But you cannot ask. And then my own office. I have office in Kumasi. But those there, if they go there, they just go there to be part of the numbers. You can't pay two corporations or one corporation. You know, so we need to look at that. So the more you open the chambers, what you are, look at their numbers. Every time the two of them travel like they are traveling, the cost, their hotel and everything, and their number is about 50, right? 50. And they are all small businesses. You can't get one company that pays about 1,000 over there, remember. And they pay once a year. And so this man who sits here, we pay him every month. And the numbers are not paying him for 1 quarter. So even if it is 1 quarter, 9 months is paid by the national. What do you get that? You know. So that's why the little that we get, we push it to investments and try to get return on that investment. Take care of all, you know, and that's why sometimes we don't have the money. Not that we don't have the money has been put in investment. But for example, there is a travel, and then you go for tickets. And then he reported me to Abbas that we are not paying them. You know, but it was not by making, because the treasurer is here. You cannot go for redeem your investments to come and pay recurrent expenditure. It is not prudent. You can't do that. So we are doing our best, but as you said, if there are any yes, madam, so that we close the docket on that and yeah.
I'm Catherine from Artspace.
Oh,
I'm Catherine from Artspace.
Okay.
Yeah. I was wondering if the chamber can come out more as something which is for both nationals and both the most local market and exports. Because most countries which you are trying to break into, you find most of them will protect their industries before they allow people from outside to penetrate into their markets. So perhaps Ghana should also think about a way where people can find things in their country produced by their country people. The exchange rate is made up of the part of the Ghana's problem is just about everything is imported. They are produced here, and you are trying to break into foreign markets where you are a second-class citizen. And in your country where you are a first-class citizen, maybe we should be working on ways so people in Ghana can find things produced in Ghana, and they can buy Ghana. Then you can then be able to reduce your overheads. Patronage of the chamber will be more relevant, so you get people flocking in, and things will be better for Ghana PLC as a whole.
Thank you. Kind of support. Let me use an example. The man who sits on your right is also a board member. He's also a member of the chamber, but he's a former commissioner of deputy commissioner, right? Commissioner of Customs, and he's also the chairman of the board committee on finance at the Ghana Exim Bank. I work with him closely. We wanted to do something like that, and we took our 10 thematic areas. One of them is how to city council. we wanted to see how best we can patronize that of the products that are produced in Ghana, especially on malaria and those kind of things. Realize that the pharmaceutical companies in Ghana don't have the capacity. So we decided to help them. We have helped them, Ernest Chemist and Co. from Anova and Co. Now they are producing, come next year or two, they will supply the whole of West Africa. And that will give us more foreign exchange. We also identified poultry. We wanted to support them. But poultry, we import 95% for the local producers. 95%. Out of the consumption, local consumption, we import 95%. So if you go and even the minister of Agri helps you to place ban on poultry, there will be a demonstration in the country. Because how do you take care of it? 95%. So what you said was, then you have to start from somewhere. From 5, let's get to 10, get to 15, 20, 30, and when you get to about 70, 80, then we can say let's place embargo up to a certain point. But right now, it is difficult. And other related products in the system. So your point is very good, and it has come up for discussion all the time. But even as Ghanaians, we went to Lago here as Africans, and for the AGWA program, right? Some of the Americans who came were in this native, what do you call it, African wear and garments. All of them were in suits. When I got the opportunity, I told them, you are all naked. You are all naked. Why? Because if we have put on African wear and the AGWA garments, we will have increased the employment of other people. And then the multiplier effects will be in the demos. You will say it. Even though me, I was not thinking, because I went there always, wherever I go, even with the president. When we went to Qatar, the president got that from the president, the royal prince. He said, he likes my dress. The president should take my dress for him. And the Ghana president told me, it's not possible. So if we, as Ghanaians, we cherish the things we produce and wear, look at the number of ones we have in this country. If we say that they should not wear suits, but they should wear African wear, and go to your place, where is that man? The art center, and buy from art center their dresses. If, it will create a whole lot. But what is it? All pastors, for example, should not wear suits, but they should wear African wear. Like Alaji, the two Alajis are wearing. Then there will be, every Sunday, they will change their costume. And that will raise that kind of, And that's why you see me in Batakari, in local, because the Ministry of Trade makes me one of the ambassadors. And I try and make sure I'm in African wear all the time. But somebody chastised me. He said, no, you can't be in this. You have to be in suit. What is it? This somebody told me that, no, you wear a lot of clothes, you wear a lot of Batakari, you can't wear suits. He was advising me in a way. But the reason is that you have to create employment. It's indirect way of creating employment. Seriously. So, but I cherish and acknowledge that more of the Ghanaian women who are executive women. Seriously, about 95% of them, when they go to the office, they put on African wear. No, that is a fact. Even there at AGWA in Côte d'Ivoire, I realized that about 95% of them were in African wear. So the men who hold the purse. So let's see how best we can support this noble cause, and we'll get there. I thank you all, and with this we need to accept the three. So members should move for the acceptance of the three reports, the council report, the Treasurer's report and the auditor's report. Are you sure? Something. For how long they have they? Okay, so now we are finished with you, and we have to appreciate him for a good work. Now let's appreciate him. Thank you so much. Okay, we need to see if they have ended their. Because we have two teams. The first one is PricewaterhouseCoopers, and the other one is KPMG. So they come in terms. One will take, I think, 4 years, and another one will come for another 4 years. So we need to look at that. It's the best practice. Even now with the banks, Bank of Ghana will not allow you to go more than 5 years. The banks. Okay, so we'll look at that, and then to consider and discuss motions. Mark, did you receive any motion?
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We received a motion from TEMA, Chamber of Commerce and Industry, our branch there. It has 4 key points. 2 of them we agreed are more administrative. So I'll quickly go through the rest and then we'll take a decision. TEMA, Chamber of Commerce. At the meeting, it was received on the 9th of August. At the meeting held with members, the following motions were agreed for admission at the upcoming annual general meeting. 1, and the one has 5 sub motions. The first one is voting and participation at business sessions should not be limited to only a few delegates. Voting should be open to all paid-up members present at the AGM. That the current 40-to-1 delegate does not give the true representation of the choice of all members and also reduces the competitiveness of the electoral process. That's the first one. The second one, that eligibility of participants contesting for position of national officers should be reduced to at least 2 years of service at any regional executive / council / subcommittee instead of the 3 years. That the criteria for the selection of Central Executive Committee and council members should be collective and clarified for all to understand. That there should be a clarity on the duties of the President, the national officers, and the CEO. That there should be clarity on the criteria for selection of representatives of the Chamber serving on various boards and inform members. Motion number 2. That the vision of any elected President should be clearly articulated and represent a shared vision of the national officers and all the regional chambers. 3. That the chamber should be consistent with organizing its AGMs and elections, thus every year for the AGM and 2 years for both national and regional elections. Chairman, I submit.
Okay. So these were the issues that were submitted. So when we receive motions like this, what we do is that we bring it to the attention of the AGM, and if there is any support from any branch, we look at it and then take it accordingly. In fact, for me personally, most of the issues are related to the Constitution, which is being looked at. And some of them also came up at the embryonic stage of having the rules. And so I think that it's already taken care of, and those that have not been taken care of, I think we need to accept it and then make sure that it is also being addressed, so to reflect their sentiments, because it's about they have come with that. If nobody supports, it doesn't hold. If others support, then bring it on board for discussion, and they have to go through the process until such that we make sure that it becomes our property. And it doesn't matter who started. But I think they have come out with their views. And I think some of them, we don't have to even wait till it goes through that process. If it will help us administratively, those that we can, especially the issue of the various laws and all that. That one is purely administrative. And that one, it doesn't take a whole 1 year to do that. So we need to do those ones immediately. And I think I've accepted to do that because it's clear, it's there. Anybody who wants to have it will have it, because it's not one man's show. It's a collective thing, and we are doing it all in the interest of the nation. So that is how I see it. So somebody has to second so that we take it up and then we factor it into the normal processes that has to go through. So that is from Temo. Any seconder? No, you cannot second. You have to, this one you have to do it through your chairman, because you see it is from one, you see, it's from, okay, delegate. No, please, delegate, you can do it. Come on. Okay, so now, any dissenting view on that? So agreed. Agree. Those who support, raise your hand. Okay, so it's carried. So we are going to put it in the working document and make sure that it also come out for further discussions at the various.
Old one that we have amended, the current one that is going around for people to accept. The same thing has been repeated. I just want to call attention to it. On this delegate statement, the same thing has been repeated. That's only to the 42. So at the time of election, which will come next year, that means only if it is 2 people. If it is Accra, they are the majority. And that is where the danger is. That we should not harm anybody to at least subdue the chamber. We should allow trade members who are or who should be called delegates to come. I was happy when I heard you make the remarks that the whole place is empty. It's empty because delegates are supposed to come and take decisions. So what is it if my chairman should go to AGM and talk, what should I even follow? But if individual paid good standing members should attend AGM, then they will all come and discuss. See where we are now. Just a discussion time, and everybody is gone. So I'm only calling your attention, Mr. Chairman, that this particular one, the new one that has been drafted, it has been repeated again. So please, those legal people should take note of that. Thank you very much.
The first one that came was a draft, and it has gone through series of discussions and whatever, and that's why we got there. Me personally, I supported this one. But when we got to the end, it didn't get the support. And I shouldn't push it because I'm the president. So the fact that you are pushing it now does not mean that it will carry the day. Because now, the one we have, okay, that the one which is running now is, you cannot amend it now. You cannot, because it's about to end. The new one which is coming up is maybe the one we can consider it, okay? And that's why I'm saying that we need to push it, this one, to those who are helping us to do it by consultations. It's not this delegation who will decide finally. No. At the end of the day, we need to consult all the other members. Secondly, the reason for AGM is not only for delegates. No, it is not. I want to correct that impression. Because a lot of people came here, they knew they were, because the issue is that people expect that maybe when they are coming from, for example, Kumasi, they think that maybe the chamber will foot their bills. Somebody in Tema wants to come to AGM, maybe he doesn't, he has a car, but he doesn't have the fuel. Okay? Somebody from Wa, for example, coming all the way from Wa, you think that if you liberalize this, somebody will come from Wa just to come and say, I'm going to vote. You see, so that, in that sense, it's all about the interest that we will have for it. You are here not because of voting, but you have the chamber at heart. Even most of the time that you come for other meetings, you leave your office and come. It's not about the TNT we give you, but you will have the interest to support the chamber at all times. So that's why we need to whip up the interest of the members so that they take keen interest in whatever. The minister even said it. You see it. And the LI that established the chamber has it in. So even if you want to change this one, you have to go to Parliament. You cannot sit here and change it. It's there, it's in it. Please, let me read that side for you so that you see that, and the LI specified that one. It's here. You see, so we can start the process. So that's why I say it's accepted. You can discuss and discuss. If it gets there and you leave it, you can't fly. You see, so let's see how it will go. So I'm so happy that you understand mine. Because if it will be any other AGM, for any other company, the company's code, when it's carried here, final. Once the AGM says this, that is the day. And then you implement it accordingly. But in our case, you can't do that. You can't do that. And that is where maybe sometimes we need to educate ourselves. And that's why the other time I invited Mr. Ishmael Singh, Mr. Krofa, and all those old members, and also Sam, who has been in the chamber as a lawyer and also as a CEO for the past 25 years, to tell us how to go through all this. Because when they wanted to change the CEO, even that one is still hanging. In the LI, we don't have CEO. It's still hanging. We call it as executive secretary. It's still hanging. You see it? So, I don't want anything to happen during my time, which is ultra-virus. No. And in this, I consulted more than 4 lawyers on this matter. Yes. So, I think we have to go through the process and make it effective. I thank you for drawing my attention to that. Yes, sir. Your company?
The company is in Japs Global Marketing. About the Constitution, in your comments about the Constitution, you made mention that if we do the review, like we're looking at the ending of this year, and then it will be sent to all the regions so that we can make inputs. Maybe within a week, it should come back to the national so that the emergency general meeting will be called in
Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Okay, in April, right?
Extraordinary.
Okay, so my comment here is this. Just within 1 week, I think might not be enough so that for the members to make their inputs. Maybe if we consider only 1 week, for instance, just as the issue that.
So what do you suggest? For sake of time, what do you suggest?
Looking at the motion right now, we agree that most of them or some of them are about constitutional issues. And all this, maybe the members have to also make their contribution. So for that matter, my suggestion is this. If at least 45 days, in which maybe this information can be sent to members earlier on, before the meetings of all the regional meetings, the usual regional meetings, so that within the regional meetings, we can bring out our inputs before they will pile up all these things and send back to the national. I think it will be very helpful so that we can put, we can make a meaningful input that will change the whole constitution. Thank you very much.
Sound here, and all those people around. Secondly, that we have some other international standards. That one is not more or less codified, but it is more or less, what do you call it, conventions. You see, and you can never write all the conventions. And that's why you need to be guided sometimes along the line. You see it. So I agree with you. We should make, Chairman, when you get the copies, make it available to all the members for their inputs. And then you guide them. I'm looking at a situation whereby we can do an orientation for you, and then you know, but if you have finance constraints, it will also push the thing, you know, backwards. I don't want that to happen. And that's why we want to see if we can get somebody to come and guide you and do it. Not that you don't know, but you need to be refreshed on some of the happenings, you know, of the chamber. Seriously. So thank you, my brother, for your contribution. Yes, sir. You have spoken. We gave you the opportunity.
Mr. President, I will get this issue. So please don't forget that if we are to give you the money to determine the actual appointment, they look at the fees. But the previous one is
hold on, please. The issue is that
yes.
Last but not least is okay, authorization of fees.
That's what you were saying.
No, that one he is not. He advised us. So a member should move to authorize the national officers. Sorry, yeah, the national officers to fix the fees of the auditors. Yeah.
We'll have the chamber act and move a motion for us to give them the authority to approve the auditors.
Thank you. And that's why I said that it is true, and it is because we are discussing 3 different reports. If we are taking it one after the other, normally we talk about finance and you finish. We talk about external auditors, you finish. And we talk about the chairman's or the president's reports and you finish. So if you want to say that maybe in future, let's take them one after the other, I will accept it. But things were not discussing because they were all related to 3 different reports. I hope you agree with me. So maybe you can say that maybe going forward, you want us to take them one after the other instead of putting the 3 together. Because I was talking about opening a branch in Buforedia. So maybe you ask me that question. Another person from Accra will ask me about why we were not able to, audit subscription, which is our finance. The another person will talk about the auditor's report. So you see, your point is correct. You see 3 different things which does not relate to one particular thing being discussed. But I accept it because they are all from the 3 different reports. And that is how it is done. You accept the 3 reports, and that's how we did. We accepted the council's report, we accepted the treasurer's, that is the financial report, and then that of the auditor's report. And if people are asking questions or commenting on them, they will take them from various angles. So my brother, I think we are in the same, and we are not crisscrossing. The only thing is that maybe in future, we may look at it one after the other so that we can, but the one who is writing the report will put them in different perspectives. I hope you agree with me. Okay, so other than that, we draw the curtains down for today's program. Any other business? Are you okay? Yeah. So on that note, Takoradi, we want to urge you to do your elections, and let's have, whatever. So, Harry, Takoradi is under you. So, well, the CEO will look at that. We're also having some challenges at Takwa with the administrative, and that is also have to be done. I think for Kumasi, there's not much difficulty. The only problem we have in Kumasi is we have a building in Kumasi, and that building has been left for for it to follow, and it is now in a dilapidated state, and we need to find sponsorship. So Kumasi Chairman, where are you? Find money. This one don't come to national. Because the building is not in national. So I should not take national money for that building. So those of your members who are contractors, put them together and let them support and put that place in shape. I learned that we need to put a wall around the place, and you can use that for the regular executive. What do you call it? The secretary. So that is that. And on that, I want to thank you for your support and your encouragement. Don't let us end here. The whole year is about 12 months. So if you have good intentions or other things to put across, don't wait till we make those mistakes, in quotes. So if you have any good intention or any advice, please, our doors are always open. My doors are open. You can call me. Let's share and discuss and see how best we can put the chamber at the forefront to help the economy and Ghana as a whole. And on that, I thank you so much.
We are praying in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. We are grateful unto you for this day. Forgive us our sins as we forgive our fellow men. For AGM, we pray that you continue to grant us wisdom and discernment in leading the chamber to its utmost goal, to promote the private sector for the entire growth of this nation.